Let's do a full ultimate NBA preview here. What we're going to start with in True Flurry Sports podcast fashion, we're just going to do a rundown. I'm going to name every single team for you, Luke, and I just want you to describe them in one word. What their season's going to be, what they are as a team, whatever it may be, however you interpret it. We're just going to rifle through these 30 NBA teams, one word to describe them each.
No other context. No other explanation.
No, okay. I just need one name.
Okay,
ready?
Yep. Okay, hold on, because I got them all mixed up here, so it might take me a second because I have what I have written down here.
Okay. Atlanta Hawks.
Next.
Boston Celtics.
Launch.
Brooklyn Nets.
Stew.
Charlotte Hornets.
AAU.
Chicago Bulls.
Hope with a question mark.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
So this is going to be two words, but you'll get the idea. Buffalo Bills.
Oh, gotcha. Dallas Mavericks.
Arboretum.
The Nuggets.
Champs.
Pistons.
Dogs.
Warriors.
Strokes.
Rockets.
Hoopers.
Pacers.
Vacation.
Clippers.
Retirement home.
Lakers.
Overrated. Easiest one.
Grizzlies.
IF.
The Heat.
Heat. Texans.
The Bucks.
Catastrophic.
Timberwolves.
Ant.
Pelicans.
Beef.
Knicks.
Back.
Thunder.
LOB in reference to the 2013 Seattle Seahawks defense.
Oh, okay. Magic.
Crossroads.
76ers.
500.
Suns.
Unorganized.
The Blazers.
Chauncey.
Kings.
Nightmare.
Spurs.
Holes.
Jazz.
Waiting.
And then the Wizards.
Process.
Okay. See what you did with a few of them there.
Yep.
Is there any you want to expand on to start? Let's start with that.
I can give you like a quick rundown, I guess. I guess I'll talk about the Bucks just because Bucks fan. Like catastrophic. This is a very catastrophic year for him. This is not a good team. I don't know. Like Jimmy Haslam, who's the owner of the Cleveland Browns, bought ownership into the Bucks, and it's been like horrible since. And it's like they're starting to run this team like it's the Cleveland Browns. Giannis. So I think Giannis has probably his best year of his career. There's not really anyone else to kind of help him other than Miles Turner. But is Miles Turner a number 2 option? Probably not. So can Giannis score 35 a game on 60% shooting? Absolutely. But what does that give the Bucks? A 6 seed and a first round loss for the 5th straight year. So Bucks lose. I think is catastrophic. I think as much as I want to keep Giannis, I wouldn't be mad if they got rid of him to get some of that draft compensation back. Zach, did you see this? That the Bucks last 11 draft picks or the last 11 drafts, the Bucks have not signed their draft pick to a second contract. The last player they signed to a second contract was Giannis.
Really?
They've just been the worst drafting team ever.
I guess. Yeah, the last hyped up draft pick I feel like was Thon Maker.
Love Thon Maker. Great AAU mixtape, man. That was awesome.
Well, yeah, for sure.
So I can go on a pedestal about the Bucks, but I don't think things are definitely not trending in the right direction.
Do they have the picks right now to make trades mid-season, or are they completely screwed?
Not trades for anything that's going to go out and win you a championship.
Okay.
They traded for Kyle Kuzma. They traded AJ Johnson, who I like, and Chris Middleton for Kyle Kuzma, who's not even going to start for him this year.
Right. Yeah, that was just a bad trade for everybody.
Right.
It was just stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes me sad.
Yeah.
We need. Yeah. Here's the thing, and because you say that, I'm mostly a T-Wolves fan, but I'm a Bucks fan. They're not rivals like we've
Right.
talked about before, so I like them both. Um, you're talking about how terrible they are at drafting. It's like, okay, cool. What are we going to get for Giannis? Draft picks?
I know.
Great. Fantastic.
I know.
Can't wait.
So yeah, so as as a diehard Giannis and a guy he gave like it's been the best Bucks like era in their history. You want to see Giannis retire with the Bucks, but if they move on, like you have to like okay, that I mean I see it.
Is there any belief from Bucks fans that Doc could turn like some of these
No.
no names into like no, everyone's out on Doc?
Doc, he just doesn't like. There's no chance for any young guys to play with Doc. It's all 30-year-old guys who shoot 35% from the
They
field.
kind of have to play young guys though, no?
That's the thought. But when you have, when you bring in a Kyle Kuzma, you bring in, a Gary Trent, bring in Gary Harris. Like these aren't guys that win championships.
Gary Harris.
Yeah,
Good.
they're just guys. Like they're guys that we're gonna be in 50 years talking to our grandkids. Like Gary Harris, yeah, he had like one good year and then nothing after.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's good.
it's a very middle of the pack team that has one really good player. It kind of feels like like a 2016 Packers team. But in the NBA, it's and NFL, I think you can get a little bit away with having the good quarterback. NBA, there's just so many more guys, so many more impact players, I should say.
Right. What we could do if we are bad mid-season, I just think we recreate that Badgers team. I know Nigel Hayes will come. Sam Decker's just had a kid. He's not doing anything. Frank lit it up in the preseason. He's still balling.
Right.
Get him in there.
Not the same team, but the Herd just signed Johnny Davis.
I did see that. Yeah, Johnny Davis is there. We got, different Badgers team. We got Brad Davison back in state though.
Right. True. For whatever
Doc
that's
needs some defensive guys. Hey, he used to play quarterback too. I'm not sure if you heard that before.
And that must be why he's so tough on the court.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Baxter in the chat though.
Baxter.
You said nightmare for the Kings. He said that about sums it up.
Yep.
Want to talk about that?
Kings, Dennis Schroeder, DeMar DeRozan,
Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook, Zach LaVine. So that's just four chuckers. I like Zach LaVine. I like DeMar DeRozan. Whoever has the ball in their hand when it comes down the court, that shot is going up, and they all shoot about like 33 to like 38% from they shoot so many shots. Domantas Sabonis like the only good player there. That's why spoiler alert on my article. He's going to lead the league in rebounding just because he's going to get so many offensive rebounds. It's just brick after brick after brick.
Not only are they chucking up shots, none of them can hit threes either. It's all mid range.
Correct. They're playing 90s basketball in 2025.
Who's their coach?
Doug Christie, maybe.
Doug Christie's there now.
He's either the coach or their GM.
Interesting. NBA coaches. That's one of the things where it's like, I'm not sure if I can name 10 at this point, like where they are.
Agreed.
You mentioned in your article, so go read this article on FlurrySports.org again. Luke wrote about 6,000 words predicting the NBA season down to the exact record for every single team. So definitely go check that out. You mentioned Adelman as a coach somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
One, where? And two, is that Rick Adelman's son?
Yeah, David Adelman. So he's at Denver, who fired Mike Malone with like 1 week left of the year.
Malone got fired. Is Malone anywhere?
No.
That feels weird. Okay.
So this is a guy that when the Bucks inevitably start, 7 and 12, they fire Doc Rivers and bring in Mike Malone.
Don't hate that. I like Mike Malone.
Yeah, he's a dog, man. He gets into people's asses. It's awesome.
Thibodeau didn't sign anywhere, right?
No.
That's the Bucks hire.
Yeah, correct.
For sure. I hate that. That's for sure the Bucks hire.
Yeah. Shout out, and the Kings just recently got rid of Mike Brown. Shout out Mike Brown.
He's at the Knicks or no?
He's at the Knicks, and I think that he's a much better coach for that Knicks team than Tom Thibodeau is.
I mean, we know what Thibodeau is. It's the same thing everywhere.
Yeah.
He's going to be great in the regular season. He's going to run his guys into the ground.
Yeah. I mean, it's Rick Pitino in college basketball. It's Tom Izzo in college. They run guys too hard.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's too obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Okay. So Any other of the one words that you want to get into before we go
Yeah,
over
I got
your
a fun
article a
one.
little bit? Sure.
Pelicans I have as beef. Because
Yeah.
I knew I was talking to you about this. I wanted to try to incorporate some offensive line, and I didn't really
Mm,
think too hard about this. There's some big guys on like Derek Queen went to New Orleans, who I love. I love,
yeah.
he's like a 7 foot, 280 pound guy who plays like a point guard, which is incredible to watch. And
Mhm.
Zion is there. Well, apparently Zion is in the best shape of his career. And
Don't even tell me that.
I'm a guy who fully buys into every single Zion hype that I ever see. Because when he's on the court, he is awesome.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. And when
yeah,
he's off the court, he's awesome too, just in a different way.
yep,
He's great.
yep.
So is Queen starting alongside him?
I don't think so. I think it might be a while before Queen starts, if he ever starts. They have Eves Missy down there, who's not a name that anybody should know. But he's a 8 and 10 guy who's not going to do anything for New Orleans.
Sure. Sure.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, I like Derek Queen though. He was great. March Madness last year.
yep. The other one that you would like is, we talked about it on last week a little bit, was Utah Jazz. I have waiting because what the Utah Jazz are doing does not make any sense at all. Like, they're not trading Lauri Markkanen, who has like incredible value, to get onto a championship contender team. And
Mhm.
they're like using like Ace Bailey's a fine draft pick. He didn't want to go there. The Jazz didn't want him. He didn't want to be at the Jazz. And Walter Clayton is awesome. I don't know how much he helps them in the short run here. I'm done waiting because Danny Ainge is a GM, and Danny Ainge has got something up his sleeve. I'm letting that man cook. I'm waiting to see what he's cooking up here.
Yeah, he's always got a plan. He's going to
Right.
make a splash. That's interesting that they're not trading away somebody. That
Yep.
means, hey, they're going to trade back for Kelly Olynyk. I think he's not there anymore, and they're going to make a run. And
Kevin
do
Love's there
something.
this year.
Really? They're
Yeah,
just making the whitest team around Ace Bailey.
yeah. It's the craziest thing ever.
Has there been any? So obviously pre-draft, Ace Bailey was like supposedly, or maybe it was just his agent said, not going to play there. Don't draft me. Not going to play there. Has there been anything like after he was drafted? Have they said like, oh,
Nope,
just kidding?
nope.
No.
It was
Okay.
just like Danny Ainge. I'm going to call your bluff, and I'm going to take you. Like, there's nothing you can do about it.
Love that from Danny Ainge.
Yeah,
Something's going to happen there.
that's what I'm saying. He's cooking something. Something's going on here in Utah.
I've seen enough History Channel shows. Lots of things
Yeah,
are happening. Shout out Skinwalker Ranch. There's
agreed.
another one there. There's a
Yep,
lot of shit happening over there.
yep.
Skinwalker Ranch, by the way, the rich guy who owns it, 1000% is an alien. So they're talking about, oh, we're these aliens. Go watch that show. That guy is the alien.
That's fun.
It's
I've never
the
seen it. I
most
don't know what
obvious
you're
thing.
talking about, but it sounds like something up my alley.
It's an extremely rich alien, Skinwalker, like walking among us. He's a lizard man, and he's like, oh yeah, there's these things that we've been seeing and stuff, and he's just the worst actor of all time, not because the show's fake, but because he's the alien. It's
Interesting.
most obvious thing of all time.
Interesting.
Okay, you said Cavaliers,
Bills.
Buffalo Bills, correct?
Yeah.
So you think dominating regular season, lose when it matters?
Yeah, they have a stud, Donovan Mitchell. I guess what I would compare here to Josh Allen. They have, the defense that the Bills kind of put up every year, where it's a solid defense that is going to win them some games if their star player is not playing up to his full capacity. They're never going to make it out of the East. Like they don't have the killer guy. That's what Donovan Mitchell does. He just loses in the playoffs. Which I'm a Donovan Mitchell guy. I love Donovan Mitchell. Actually. But they got ravaged by injuries last year, which I know is not Donovan Mitchell's fault. But even his time in Utah, like, he couldn't get past the Nuggets.
Sure.
He's like, the Cavs, I think, finished top in the East, but I don't think anyone thinks that the Cavs are the best team in the East, right? So it just feels like he's never going to get over that playoff hump.
So again, I've been tuned out of the NBA for the past several years. I feel like when I first or last time I was tuning in, Darius Garland was like the high.
Yeah,
There's a lot of potential for this guard or whatever. And I know he's had injuries.
yeah.
Is he just like
No, he's a good
is
player.
what he is now?
No, yeah, he's probably the when we're making the All-Star game, he's probably the guy who's going to sit at like the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th pick in there to be on the East All-Star team. Awesome two-way guy. He can score, he can pass, but he's never going to be a number one option on Cleveland. I like him on Cleveland for, like, that's the best team that Cleveland's going to make to win a championship. But for him, he needs to be the star player somewhere. I think he's good enough to be a star player somewhere.
Okay. Last Cavs question. Is Chetty Osman still there?
Not that I believe.
Okay. That sucks.
Yep.
I'm going to get back into NBA DFS
Okay.
potentially. And
Stud. DFS.
Yeah, he's always a baseline salary guy who's gonna
30,
get enough stats for me.
like 3,600 every time you put him in, and then he gives you 28 points.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%. Most obvious play of all time.
Yep. The other
Any other, yeah.
the other football one that I had for you, because mixing in some football talk here. The Heat as the Texans is kind of in. I
Hmm,
don't know if this is right or not. This is probably a little bit of a reach. Um, Awesome defense, not great on offense.
sure. And I assume much worse without Tyler Hero,
Correct. I mean,
who's out for
Andrew
like
Wiggins
3
is going to be
months.
the number one scorer, which I
Andrew
like.
Wiggins is there.
I like Andrew
Okay.
Wiggins, but he's another. He would be great on the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah. I'm not a Wiggins guy, but that's because I'm a T-Wolves guy. So
Fair.
I've seen too much of Andrew Wiggins. I know what he is.
Fair.
Who's like, he's the number 2 there after
Yeah,
Hero?
yeah, and I assume Hero probably comes off the bench too this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can name I know there's someone named like Jaquez or something on the Heat. I'm not sure if I know anybody. Bam Adebayo. I know
Bam,
him.
yeah, Bam's going to be the number one guy for them.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, the Heat are. I don't know.
The
I
other
don't
one
know anything about them.
that's kind of fun is I'm gonna list you that a possible starting lineup for them. I have retirement home as the Clippers. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that they have a lot of old guys. Like, they have a potential starting lineup this year of Chris Paul, James Harden, Bradley Beal, Kawhi, Brook
Beal's
Lopez.
there. I love that. I didn't know Brook went there too. Okay.
Yeah, with Nick Batum probably mixing in there every now and then.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I'm not. I mean, I'm not even gonna say I'm not a huge Chris Paul guy. I hate Chris Paul.
Agreed.
But that's interesting. Beal went there, huh? Did he sign cheap, or is he
Cheap,
still overpaid?
like on a minimum?
Good.
Okay. The issue, like, Houston or Phoenix couldn't trade him because he had a no trade clause last year. So just give him $120 million to do nothing, and then finally the year's over, like, get out, and then just sign him in with the Clippers.
I like that.
Yeah.
Clipper, who's okay? So who is Tyronn Lue there?
Yeah.
Okay. They'll be good.
Yeah.
They'll be around.
Yeah. I think they finish as a top 5 seed. I think they get like waxed in the playoffs because they're just too old. But which is kind of contradictory to the next team I'm going to talk about, and then we can move on.
I got one more team. We'll talk about your team, and then we'll do your predictions in terms of like top 8, and how you think the season's going to play out. Because we're just on the Clippers. Is Paul George playing this year for Philly, and is Embiid healthy at the moment?
That's part of the reason why you put 5. That's why I put 500, right? Like, if they could go 500, I think they go 500. If they go 20 games over 500, I can see it. If they go 20 games lower than 500, I can see it. It's all about health, I don't know that Joel Embiid ever plays more than maybe like 50 games a year moving forward. Like, I think he's just going to want Kawhi Leonard, load management. And I think we've seen the best of. I think we've seen what we've seen out of Paul George.
Is Tyrese Maxey? Is he
stud?
He's actually legit.
Yeah, I assume he's going to be fine. Come back after the injury, but yeah, he had a 50-point game a couple years ago. He's a hooper.
Yeah. Because he came out of nowhere, right? Like that's my basic memory of him. I was like, yeah, and I thought he was just going to get replaced, but all of a sudden he's like the guy there. So
he's kind of fits into that mold of no matter who they are, even if they're not really good in college. I guess it might have changed now that Calipari's not there, but you just always take a Kentucky guard. They're always going to be good.
Sure. I mean, yeah, fair. Very fair.
So
where's Calipari now? Arkansas. Yep. Okay. Who's your last team?
Yeah, I was just talking shit about the Clippers for being old, that they're going to like run out of steam. The Warriors have the oldest starting lineup this year.
Sure.
And I love the Warriors. I love Steph Curry. I love Draymond Green. I love Jimmy Butler.
Same.
I think they win a series in the playoffs.
Who's their big man?
Al Horford is going to start for him.
Oh, yeah. Not an Al Horford guy, but okay.
I'm not an Al Horford guy either, but I'm a Warriors guy, so I might have to be an Al Horford guy.
They'll get somebody else midseason. That seems like something they'll do.
Yeah,
I love Jimmy, though.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler might be the best thing to happen to NBA basketball, like, since Jordan left. And it doesn't get talked about a lot.
He's just a storyline machine.
Correct.
Everywhere he goes. Draymond is too, for better or worse. He's great.
And so that might, like, those are like 3. If you're picking like, here's the best thing that happened since Michael Jordan left in terms of just like basketball, like just entertaining basketball, it's Steph Curry for sure. It's
Mhm.
Draymond Green being like the most hated player of all time. And then it's Jimmy Butler just being the biggest asshole of all time, but being so fucking good in the playoffs.
Insane. It's a completely different player. Bubble Jimmy is one of the
Incredible.
greatest of all time.
Yep.
Him in his interview with Aaron Andrews,
Mhm.
yeah, practicing dribbling in his hotel room, just
So good.
just getting better.
Yep.
Obviously,
Yep.
yeah. Jimmy's the great. Jimmy beating the Timberwolves starting five with the backups is one of the greatest stories of all time.
It's the greatest story, like, outside of even sport. Like, it's just such a good story. He hated him so much that he and then to call, like, the 3rd team, like, "I have these bums that I just beat with you." It's his own
Yeah.
teammates, you know?
Didn't he do like a Sports Center interview?
Yeah.
That's where yeah,
Yeah.
so fucking funny. He is so good.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I mean, I assume you know the conspiracy theory. I am very confident he's Michael Jordan's son.
Yeah. It's a very big possibility.
Yeah, it seems too obvious to not be true.
Yep.
The most obvious answer is usually the correct one. And Jimmy Butler, maybe that's why Michael Jordan's going to start calling games. He's going to drop a little nugget about that.
True. Real
Okay,
quick, one more. For Toronto, I had Canada just because Toronto is in Canada, and I don't really care about
true.
the Raptors, and I don't think anybody on earth cares about the Raptors.
No, yeah, not really. I feel like the Raptors are always at least lately, are like a solid team. They're sort of just a nuisance, though,
Yep, yep.
right?
They'll be playing. They'll finish 7 to 12 somewhere in there with about a 500 to maybe a little bit lower than 500 record. They'll give the team a good series, but they're just not good enough to win.
Okay. Let's talk about your playoff predictions. And there's one thing you wrote 6,000 words. You wrote a
Hmm.
lot. You did a lot. There's one thing your article is missing that just popped into my mind, and it's pretty much the only thing I care about. So we'll talk about that.
I'm
Let's talk
excited.
about that first, actually.
Yep.
NBA Cup. Who's
Oh
winning
yeah,
it?
I know. I was writing it up last night, and as soon as I hit submit, I'm like, I forgot the NBA Cup.
Biggest event of the year.
But I think that's part of the charm of the NBA Cup.
It always creeps up on you. You never remember it's happening
Right.
until you
You
see the court, honestly.
you're right. You turn on the TV and you're like, why is the court red? Oh, the NBA Cup. That's fun. And then you don't care about it at all.
So with it, obviously, there's too many problems with the NBA.
Yep.
Now that we can't watch games, we can't even watch the fucking NBA Cup shit
Hmm.
either.
I
Like,
watch
it's going to be as if it doesn't exist whatsoever.
right. So I follow like every single like NBA Cup to like a T, every game and everything. I still don't really understand how it affects the finals record, like the record at the end of the year.
It's just regular games. And then if
But
you
like,
did well during this couple days a week in the span, then you also get some money.
yeah, but some of them count, some of them don't count, some are exhibition, but you get to play more games than other teams. But that doesn't
I
really feel
think
fair,
I think they all count except for the championship game.
which feels like only the championship games should count,
I agree. Yeah.
right?
Yes. Um, yeah. Yeah. It makes no sense. And then they had Richard Jefferson explain it to us, telling us you got to watch out for the wild card. I remember that. Like, okay, Rich. Yeah, I love the NBA Cup for
Mhm.
whatever it is.
I do too.
And I thought they were gonna like debut it, understand like, oh yeah, we dropped the ball in these areas and then perfect it.
Mhm.
Completely like, okay, so we got that figured out. Let's just throw that back there. Now let's figure out the rest of our game.
You know what'll fix this? Going to 4 all-star teams instead of 2.
That's got to be it. We really just got to nail down the All Star. That's the only thing we're focused on. That's insane. That's true. The only changes to the NBA over the past 4 years
It's
is
crazy.
just All Star related, and it just gets worse.
The worst. The
And
one
this
thing
year,
that
they're like, let's just put all of our attention. We don't even want you watching anything else but the All Star. So taking it off of TV, we want you all to watch the All Star so you can all submit your ideas because we got to figure this out for next year.
Yep. The slam dunk contest is an incredible thing that is, kind of fell off the cliff a little bit. It's kind of working its way back. The 3-point contest is awesome. The skills competition I can do without now. They've nerfed that thing so much. I mean, you used to
Yeah.
be able to have to hit a three, hit a bounce pass, all this stuff. That wasn't a huge target. It was, I think there was a time where Jason Williams like couldn't physically make a pass, like a normal bounce
Yeah.
pass. But the thing that and I know we talked about this, but the best thing that they took away was the shooting, the skills where you have the NBA player, the old guy, and the WNBA player
Yes.
hit a
The
layup,
best.
a mid-range, a 3.5 quarter.
Yes. Like,
Such a good thing.
nobody wants to watch the players now. I want to see Dirk come back for Dallas. I want Dirk, Cooper Flag,
And Paige
some
Beckers, Dallas Wings.
true. Yeah, that would be perfect. That would get people to watch.
Right.
I don't need to see Steph Curry do a 3-point shootout against some WNBA player
Correct.
this year. I don't care. Does not matter.
Yep.
Yeah, dumb. But you know what? Maybe they cracked the code this year. Maybe they got it figured out. And All-Star game, I think, is in LA. So
Yep.
2 things I know for sure. 1, Snoop Dogg's going to be there.
Oh.
And 2, I mean, all the maybe LeBron's going to have his big, I'm coming back. Maybe I'll run it back. I don't know. He'll have something big there.
If it's a big LeBron thing, that is going to be an incredible Skip Bayless weekend.
True. Just Skip should be one of the judges for the dunk contest, too.
Yeah. That's another thing I'm going to add to, like, the best thing since Jordan is Skip Bayless, like, really getting into the mainstream.
Yeah. He's been, maybe it's just me. Maybe he's just not in my algorithm. I feel like he's been quiet lately, but
yeah, it's the offseason
since the allegations.
Yeah, true. Did you see this? Not to like totally side the conversation, but just talking about Skip Bayless, him and his wife have like a YouTube channel where they like discuss like anything. And like Skip Bayless is like a pretty high profile guy, right? People like listen to Skip Bayless. Their videos get like 70 views.
Really?
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but it's something like him and his wife sit down and talk about just random shit.
Interesting. Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah.
He also, I believe, has a show on Underdogs Network now too.
Hell yeah.
I think with Gilbert Arenas, who for some reason is the most popular NBA guy.
He just says the most, like, people hate it, just crucified Paul Pierce for saying that those Celtics teams were better than LeBron. I don't know why people haven't crucified Gilbert Arenas yet. I love Gilbert Arenas, but some of the stuff he says is crazy.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
I like him too. I like Rashad McCants. We need to have more of him everywhere.
Yep. Carolina boy.
Yeah, one of my favorite T-Wolves of all time.
Yep.
Okay, so again, go to flurrysports.org. The ultimate 2025-26 NBA season preview, predictions, best bets, and more from Luke. Lots of stuff. Starts out with a bunch of storylines for the season. He has his game by game, kind of. He's got the full season standings predictions. So the exact record he's predicting everyone to finish with. Go check that out. Jazz last? No.
I know. I don't like that. I'm waiting.
Okay.
Danny has me waiting.
I feel like it's got to be Trailblazers, but we'll see.
It's going to be funny, too, when the Jazz finished last and they like end up with the 7th pick again. Kind of like what happens to the Bulls every year.
True, unless another Derrick Rose comes around.
Right.
Okay, so Eastern Conference playoffs. We're just going to go over. I'm going to read who you have as your top 8 seeds, and you can just sort of talk about what you think is going to happen, what your predictions are on the Eastern Conference side. Teams to watch for, players to watch for, who's your favorite, who could be the dark horse potentially. So your top 8 on the East, you have the Cleveland Cavaliers, who you labeled as the Buffalo Bills. You have the Atlanta Hawks, I think is your sleeper team. You got the New York Knicks, Detroit Pistons, Orlando Magic, Milwaukee Bucks, Philadelphia 76ers, and then the Celtics as the 8th seed there. Obviously, more teams make the playoffs technically because of that play-in tournament. But out of that top 8, tell me about it. What do you think is going to happen on this side?
I think Cavs we touched base on, right? I think they're a great regular season team. I think they get a matchup with the Boston Celtics, who they're without Tatum this year. Again, nobody's really talking about the NBA offseason, which I understand. Celtics are still a fine team without Tatum. Jaylen Brown's awesome, and they're just going to jack threes, and they're going to hit, there's going to be some games where they're going to hit 20 to 25 threes. So I think they sneak in that way. I don't think that's really a sustainable way. You kind of need a go-to guy to take over in the playoffs. I think the Cavs can kind of suffocate them in the first round. I gave him one game just because maybe they hit, they go for a 23-3 game or something. I like Derrick White a lot. I think he's a stud. I don't like him as a Bucks fan, but as a basketball player, he's a stud.
He's good.
Atlanta Hawks, they're my sleeper team. Quinn Snyder is a dog. He gets right up in your ass.
He's scary.
Scary dude. Skeleton-looking guy. Kristaps Porzingis is there, who that pick and pop of Trae Young is going to be awesome to watch. They have Jalen Johnson, Wisconsin guy, who's a good,
Hmm.
he's a good scorer and defensive guy. They brought
Okay.
in Luke Kennard to kind of run the point, who like I think Luke Kennard's like top 5 all time in NBA 3-point shooting percentage quietly. Um,
Yeah.
Zachary Richesse is their first pick last year, who everyone said is like the worst first pick in NBA history. He was awesome to end the year. Nobody really watched Hawks basketball, so that I
Okay.
get it. And then Dyson Daniels is, I in this article, not that they're the same size. He reminds me of Kawhi Leonard when Kawhi was with the Spurs. Just a long armed freak who just deflects every single ball, throwing like all over the court.
Where did he play college?
Kentucky,
Okay.
3 steals a game last year. First time in 30 years someone got 3 steals a game.
That's wild, actually.
Yep.
That's crazy. Porzingis, is the expectation that he can like be
He a stud.
available?
Yeah, he was available last year. I think he played 70 something games last year.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He's been relatively healthy. Like when Boston won the championship, he was healthy. Last year he was healthy. His body hasn't given up on him yet.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah. See, that's like the type of stuff that I fully missed, checked out for the couple years, because last time I saw Porzingis, it's like, okay, he's never going to be on the court regularly.
Yep. I have them over the 76ers in 4 games. Like again, this is a 60 team. I said 500. Like I don't know that you're ever going to get any consistency out of Philadelphia. I don't think that they're going to have any cohesion all year because guys are just going to keep coming in and out. I think they're good enough to make the playoffs, but not good enough to win a game in the playoffs.
They're also just weirdly terrible on the road usually.
Correct.
So if they're not, if they don't have Embiid for enough regular season games, they're not going to have home court advantage. So yeah,
Right.
Makes sense.
I have the Knicks back. The Knicks are so back, man. And maybe I'm
Okay.
buying into the hype. I think the NBA is a much better place when the New York Knicks are good because that's
For sure.
that's an incredible fan base. And they're one of the most delusional fan bases. Which shout out to them. They've gone through a lot of misery. Like the New York Knicks should in the NBA should be what the New York Yankees are in baseball. Like they should just dominate. New York City is just the basketball mecca. I have them beating the Bucks again. I talked about the Bucks. The Knicks have an awesome starting lineup. Jalen Brunson's a stud. Josh Hart is awesome. Kel Bridges is awesome. I'm not a fan of Cat, but he's actually a pretty good basketball player. OG Anunoby's a stud too. They have a stud starting 5,
yeah.
and I think Mike Brown, like I said, is a better coach for them than Thibodeau running them into the ground.
Sure.
I do
That
think
makes
the Bucks get one though, just because if Giannis plays, it's been the issue with the Bucks in the playoffs. He's such a good player that he can get one by himself.
Yeah, it feels like he's never going to get swept.
Right. And the last one, it's my only, I guess, upset. I have Magic over the Pistons. Like I like the Pistons a lot. I like Cade Cunningham. I
That's
think,
an upset.
yeah, I have the Magic as a 5 seed and the Pistons as a 4 seed. Pistons
Okay.
kind of made some noise last year. I think if I remember they won playoff series. If not, they went to 7. Magic are an interesting spot. I had them as the word of crossroads. Like this feels like a really like this Magic team is going to be good, or I don't even like this Magic team is nothing. I'm putting more stock in Paulo Banchero because I hate him. He's a Duke guy. He's talking shit about Roy Williams after Caleb Love killed Mike Krzyzewski. But I like this to make up their lineup team. I think this is a 7-game series that's not really that interesting. But it's not Lakers, Warriors, or anything. But it'll be a fun series to watch.
Who's the Pistons coach?
It's JB Bickerstaff, I believe.
Oh, interesting. I didn't understand that they're kind of let's just call them relevant. I don't know.
Well, last year they came into the East as like I think it was a 4 or 5 seed, somewhere right around that middle, maybe even the 6th seed. And everyone's like, oh, they're nothing, and it's the Pistons. We don't have to worry about them. And they made a good run. So like this is kind of like they're up and coming year.
Okay. And they still have, is it Isaiah Stewart?
Yeah.
Guy just fights everybody.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, I like him. Yeah, he's
trying to fight LeBron is incredible.
Yes. No one, whether it's he's so dumb that he does it or whatever it is, but no one else is doing it. I love that.
He just doesn't give a fuck.
No, he just swings at everybody.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Okay. So then second round, Cleveland over Magic. I don't think that's a close series. Talked about them both. I think Cleveland is much better than Orlando. And then the Knicks over the Hawks, I have in 7. I think that's going to be an awesome series. Those are 2 very fun teams that are going to be fun teams to watch, led by 2 awesome point guards. And that's kind of the Knicks get their revenge on Trae Young. Knicks fans, despise Trae Young after what he did to him a couple of years in the playoffs. So that'll be fun just to hear all the hate. I love Trae Young, but to hear all the Knicks fans just like going for Trae Young's neck is going to be great.
So looking at, for so long it's been the East is just a dumpster fire. Like whoever makes it is probably going to suck. Maybe there's one good team. I like that the Celtics obviously are down without Tatum because then there's more storylines and it might be competitive basketball over there. Is the expectation that the West is so much better than the East still?
It is. The West has better teams than the East. I don't think the East, like people talk about the East like it's like Atlantic 10 basketball or something. Like the East is not. It's not a bad conference. Just the West is so much more loaded than the East.
Sure. Okay. So we're not thinking like go and bet Western Conference to win the championship. Like it's for sure. Like whoever the East team is, they'll actually have a chance. You think?
I think they put up a little bit of a fight. I think the championship comes out of the West, but like I have the spoiler alert, I have the Knicks in the championship. I think the Knicks put up a fight. They're not going to win, but
okay, fair. If the Knicks are in the finals, that's like that can't be understated how good that is for the NBA.
Correct.
Which probably means that's not. Is the NBA Finals going to be televised? We know that.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I think it's a day by day basis on how I watch the NBA this year. I just have to figure it out every single day in the morning.
It feels like MAC football.
Correct.
Like when is the game? Where is the game? Oh, it was yesterday. Okay, forgot.
Like if it started raining during NBA games, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think.
No, at this point, who the hell knows? Okay, Eastern Conference Championship, is that where we are?
Yeah, I have Knicks over Cavs. I don't think Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs can get over the hump. I think the Knicks are actually a better team. I have the Cavs finishing as the 1 and the Knicks as the 3. But I think as a collective, the Knicks have more playoff risers, more superstars, more dogs on their team, and I think they beat the Cavs. And I think it's kind of a disappointing year for the Cavs, right? But I don't think that they change anything in the offseason, and they try to run it back again.
Okay. Sounds good. On the West side then, starting at number 1, you have the Thunder. You have the Nuggets at 2. You have the Rockets with Kevin Durant at 3. Timberwolves at 4. The old Clippers at 5. Old Warriors at 6. Lakers you have at 7. And then you have Cooper Flag and the Mavs at 8. What's your thoughts on this side of the bracket?
Oklahoma City is just such a wagon right now. Like they're bringing their whole team back. They're LOB. They get in your ass. They play physical. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, whether you like it or not, he's going to the free throw line. He's making free throws. He's scoring points. I'm a Chet Holmgren guy. People hate Chet Holmgren. I love Chet Holmgren. I think he's a stud. Jalen Williams is a top 15 player in the NBA.
That surprises me. I have no idea who this guy is.
Out of Santa Clara. Last year was really kind of his coming out. He's an incredible two-way player who can just score from anywhere. And, Oklahoma City is a team that fouls every time they play defense, but they foul so good that you can't call it. They get into teams' heads and get them out of their rhythm. Jalen Williams is a stud both ways. And then Lou Dort, I would hate to be, if there's one player other than Patrick Beverley that I would hate to be guarded by, it's Lou Dort. He's going to give you, he's a torture chamber. He's going to give you, 94 feet of hell.
Love that. He's the PJ Tucker of the Thunder.
PJ Tucker can actually shoot threes.
PJ Tucker shut down Kevin Durant as he went for 35.
Craziest thing I've ever seen. Mavericks, I think so if you read this, it sounds like I'm a Mavericks fan by what you read this. And I hate that I'm like cheering on Cooper Flag because he's a Duke guy. And I hate it. I was a hate watch all year for Duke last year. Cooper Flag is an absolute stud. We talked about it before the draft. I think he's the best ready prospect since LeBron, even more than Victor. He's going to come in. I think he handles the ball a little bit in Kyrie's absence. Him and Anthony Davis are just going to be an incredible defensive duo. And I think that defense gets them, I think they'll probably get Kyrie back before the playoffs. So I think they get some firepower heading into the playoffs.
He's expected to be out that long?
At least half the year is what I read this morning. Which I think it's a little bit more because, it's an ACL tear. But, yeah, I think they get to the playoffs. I think they can win a game against Oklahoma City. Maybe get them on an off night or something. But Oklahoma City wins the series handily.
Okay. Does Dallas have like spacing whatsoever? Like when I think of Dallas right now, I just think of Anthony Davis and Cooper Flag. I don't really know anything else there.
Klay Thompson's running the 2.
Is that good?
Yeah, Klay Thompson is not like Warriors Klay Thompson, but he's not a bum. He'll give you. I'm sure he probably shoots 41% from 3 this year. Gives you 12 to 16 points a game. Plays fine perimeter defense. And D'Angelo Russell is going to run point for him. to start the year.
Oh, okay.
Who he can create space on his own. He can hit shots and he can pass. Um, just a turnstile on defense. But when you have Cooper Flag and Anthony Davis, you don't have to worry about defense as your point guard position.
Sure. Did not know he was there. Okay.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Yep. So that'll be interesting when Kyrie comes back, and he'll probably be their sixth man, I would guess. Which would be
Yeah.
that's I mean he's a microwave off the bench, I would guess.
And I can only assume, and I don't know where he is, so it could be something stupid to say, but I feel like Spencer Dinwiddie's going to find his way back.
I believe Spencer
He'll be fine.
Dinwiddie is with the AAU Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, well, look for a midseason trade. He
Yep.
will be on the Mavericks. This is a guarantee.
Sure,
As
yeah.
someone who knows nothing. I don't even know who Jalen Williams is for the Thunder. So,
yeah. So Denver is my it's I think they're right number 2 team in the NBA. They got rid of Michael Porter Jr., who we all know that
sucks. I hate that dude.
Yeah, and they bring in Cam Johnson, who maybe I'm a little biased. He's a Carolina guy, but he can hit threes. He can play defense. The possession is not going to stop in his hands. You can actually get Jokic to do like what Jokic wants, whatever he wants.
Mhm.
I have them over the Lakers because I just love seeing Jamal Murray hit big shots on the Lakers. It's one of my favorite things to hate watch. And I don't like the Lakers. I'll say it. I hate LeBron. I like Luka. I just hate LeBron, and I don't know.
Well, even as my absolute basic. Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, I was getting a call. I'm in.
Oh, okay. Even like my basic knowledge of these two teams, like the Nuggets, it feels like it's Jamal Murray and Jokic, right, in the playoffs, and Lakers are built the exact opposite way to stop that.
Correct. The Lakers have an issue right now that nobody really talks about because he's like people just love to like get on their knees for him. LeBron James is making like $52 million this year. You're paying a 41-year-old $52 million who's probably not going to play, half the season, and we're expecting them to win a championship. Like I feel like I'm the only one who's like realizing that this doesn't work.
No, I don't think so. Hopefully everybody understands that. I'm not sure.
And so they're big offseason moves. You bring in DeAndre Ayton, who is like the softest player in NBA history, who none of his teammates have ever liked. You're like, oh, this will remedy our center position that we haven't found since they got a Mickey Mouse championship.
Right, but Bronny is still there, I assume.
It's the most manufactured thing ever that LeBron's like, oh yeah, I got to play with my son. You forced him to get to the NBA so you could do this.
Yeah, he doesn't even like basketball, LeBron.
Right. Bronny would be probably a starter as a rookie this year if he got another year at Duquesne in college to develop his three-point shot, to develop scoring. But no, LeBron wanted a cool moment. So I guess whoop-de-fucking-do.
Who retires first, LeBron or Bronny?
No shit.
I don't know. Question for the Nuggets. One of the only things I know about last season. If they start the year, let's say 10 and 20.
Okay.
Pretty disappointing. Do they fire their head coach and go head coachless again?
I don't think so because the Thunder, they brought the Thunder to 7 games last year. Like they got killed in game 7. The Nuggets got killed in game 7, but they brought them to game 7. Like that's more than anyone else can say. Like I think this Nuggets team matches up well with the Thunder. And no, I think you're right. You have Jokic on your team. I don't think you make anything drastic. Now that's what I said about Mike Malone, and I thought it was fucking crazy that they fired him. But I think David Adelman did fine, and he gets an offseason to kind of put pieces where he wants and really get his system in, which is not going to be that different than Mike Malone. He's an assistant under him.
He was there during that whole.
Okay. Yeah, they brought him up. So yeah, I think he's fine. I think so. I love the Nuggets this year. Like this is a year if they win the championship, Jokic might be a top 5. You come with a top 5 player in NBA history. This is a Jokic legacy championship.
He's very good.
Yeah.
He's another one of those people. He's very good for the NBA.
Yes.
They should poke him more.
Correct.
Like make him talk, irritate him, make him disgruntled into a microphone whenever you can.
Yep.
Which is great.
Yep.
And start a series. They should be doing Netflix documentaries where it's like Jokic's farm and have him do like that's what the NBA should do.
Yeah. Lean into some of the Jokic has a personality. He's just never going to show it. You got to figure out how to get it out.
Jokic loves life when it's not basketball.
Correct.
I don't think he loves basketball.
Correct.
It's the end to a mean or whatever. He's making enough money so he can retire and live his life, which is good. That's great.
The next series I have is my upset. This is the one that I'm most excited about. This probably doesn't hit, but I talked about how I love the Warriors. I love Steph Curry. He's one of my favorite players of all time. Kevin Durant might be my favorite player that's not a Buck of all time. I have the Warriors upsetting the Rockets. I think Draymond Green can get in anybody's head, and he's already gotten in Kevin Durant's head before.
Mhm.
And Amen Thompson, who's a stud for the Rockets, is probably the most athletic guy in the NBA. He's either going to guard Steph or Jimmy Butler, which means the other one is just going to, get free buckets in the playoffs. Um, the Rockets, have you seen their starting lineup? It's 6'7". Kevin Durant's playing the two on opening night.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
6'7", 6'11", 6'11", 7 foot, 7 foot, or something like that. It's
Crazy.
Amen Thompson is who we talked about. Kevin Durant's playing the two. Jabari Smith is playing the three. Sengun is playing the four, and Steven Adams. I'm sure you're a Steven Adams guy. He's playing the
Yeah, he's there.
starting five.
Okay. Interesting.
So they're mammoth.
Sengun's a 4? Okay.
Sengun
Okay,
is a
I'm
five.
in.
No, he's a five. He's a five
But
anywhere he
he's
plays, but he's going to be at the four.
okay. Sure.
Yeah,
Is that why though? Is just because that's the roster makeup after injuries and stuff, or
yeah.
what?
So Fred VanVleet tore his ACLs out for the year. So I thought they
Yeah.
put Reed Shepard in, but I think that they want to see a little bit more of him off the bench first. And Amen Thompson can handle the ball, and why not throw Durant at the two? That's fun.
I mean, I like it. I'm sure it'll be matchup specific, but the
Correct.
more we can get Steven Adams on the floor, good.
Correct. And another reason I took the Warriors over them, I'm never going to doubt Jimmy Butler in the playoffs. I've done it before, and then I learned real quick, and I will never once again doubt Jimmy Butler.
Is again when I tuned out versus now where I'm at now. And I think he just got paid. Kuminga, is he fully
He's
good, or is he still
disgruntled.
just like wait and see?
Disgruntled. They paid him. I think he's fine now. Steve Kerr's got this weird thing where he just doesn't play Kuminga in the playoffs. Like Kuminga is just I think he's an awesome basketball player. He's perfect for the Warriors team. Just get to the hoop, play some good defense, get the rebound, get the ball to Steph, and hit the mid range when Steph is not shooting. Steve Kerr, for whatever reason, didn't play him. Maybe now that he has some money, he'll give him it's a little bit more incentive to play him. So I'm excited to see that. He'll come off the bench for him, probably their sixth, seventh man.
Okay, maybe he just views him as Jason Tatum and he can't play him. It's like
That's
Team USA
that
all
is
over
fun.
again.
That was fun.
It was very fun.
Yep.
And maybe Jason Tatum didn't play because he's not the best player. But that's
Correct.
just me. Who knows? Okay, number 4. I'm assuming this is where the T-Wolves are.
Yep. Ant.
Okay.
I've decided I don't care anything about the Timberwolves. I like Julius Randle. I like Dante DiVincenzo. I like Jaden McDaniels. Not a Rudy Gobert guy. I think he's still a fine player. I like Anthony Edwards. I'm in love with Anthony Edwards. He's such an incredible basketball player. He's another goal. He's a guy who I think leads the NBA in 3-pointers this year. There's good value on that, like +4 or something. He shot, I think it was like 39% on 12 attempts. That's been going up every year since his rookie year. That's going to go up to 15 attempts this year shooting threes. It feels like that's a lock for most threes made. He is such a fucking killer. He is so fun to watch. He might be the most fun player in the league to watch. And I'm not a Clippers guy. I'm James Harden. I hate the Clippers. I think they play little brother of the Lakers, and they need to buy into that rather than think that they're better than the Lakers. I like James Harden. I hate Chris Paul. I like Anthony Edwards. Give me the Timberwolves in 5.
It's not if the Clippers will lose, it's when, because they have
Correct.
Chris Paul. He's not going
Correct.
to go anywhere.
Yep. Another very fun thing about the NBA is Chris Paul versus Scott Foster.
Right. Yeah. It never ends well.
Yep.
For him, at least. Also, T-Wolves have Naz Reid, which
Love Naz Reid.
T-Wolves fans are obsessed with.
Yep. Shout out Naz Reid.
I still don't fully understand the bit because I haven't tuned in enough, but every Vikings game, there's Naz Reid signs there. Wherever you go, there's a Naz Reid sign. Everybody loves him. So.
I don't really understand the bit. If it's about a basketball thing, he's a really good basketball player, but he's not like he's not like a lovable. I don't know. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
Even like non-Minnesota stuff. Every once in a while, you see a Naz Reid sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Second round, Oklahoma City continues to roll. I think Timberwolves give them a fight, but I think they roll over them. And Nuggets roll over the Warriors. The Warriors are just outmatched.
Yeah, at that point. This is the same rematch of the Western Conference Finals last year, right?
Correct.
Okay.
No, Timberwolves beat last year.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah, so
Timberwolves beat who?
Timberwolves.
Nuggets, obviously? Or no?
No.
No, Nuggets Thunder played.
Thunder beat the Timberwolves in the conference finals.
Right. I mean, to get there, who did the
Yeah, I'm trying to
Wolves
think.
beat?
No, was it the Warriors? It might have been the Warriors.
Huh.
'Cause
Okay.
yeah, Timberwolves beat the Lakers in the first round, Warriors beat the Rockets, and Timberwolves beat the Warriors, I believe.
Okay. Okay. I like that. Yeah, I think you said it in the article. I've heard it from various people as well. Like Anthony Edwards is trying. They're trying to push him as the next one. I think.
Yeah, they have
So it's
to.
interesting.
That's who you have to hitch your wagon to. He's such a good personality. He's an old school personality and a new school player.
Yes. I love the interview before the season. He's just said if the game ever gets out of hand, he's just going to try to go for a career high this year.
Yep.
That's the mindset change. He's just going to pour it on.
He has
So every game is must watch.
Yeah, he has an all-time video of him talking shit to Barack Obama about how he's the best player in the NBA. It's great.
Yeah. He doesn't care who the hell you are. Every person's an enemy to Anthony
Yeah,
Edwards.
the stone-faced of that he can beat Michael Jordan one-on-one is incredible.
Yeah. Beating the Lakers in the playoffs last year and then walking the streets of LA talking shit.
Mhm.
Great.
So good.
God, yeah, he's great. We need him and Butler on the same team, but I get it.
Yep. And then conference finals, Nuggets over Thunder. I think this has potential to be like one of the greatest playoff series of all time. These are by far the two best teams. Maybe the two best players between Shea and Jokic. But this is, I mean, like I said, this is a Jokic legacy season. This is where he really established, like, yeah, I am the best center in NBA history.
Sure.
So
He's
I'm going to ride the
phenomenal
back
at
of
this
that.
point.
Yeah.
And you said it went to 7 last year between
Yeah.
those two?
Yeah. But went to 7. I think the Thunder like killed, like 30 balled them in game 7.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense they would run that back then. It
Yep.
feels like even just outside looking in, it feels like those are the two best teams in the league.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And then championship Nuggets over Knicks in 6. I think Knicks fans kind of get their hearts ripped out. But again, like I said, it's the Nuggets. It's the Nuggets championship to lose for my money.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, yeah, I'm actually excited. There's some good teams popping up.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel like anyone though, even saying Thunder and Nuggets are the two best teams. I don't think anyone goes crazy this year. Do you think?
No.
Like, I don't think it's like. I think there's parity around the league
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah, I don't think that, like, I think the craziest thing that we get is the Hawks being good. And again, I don't really think that that's crazy. Like, it's crazy because it's the Atlanta Hawks. When you sit down and look at like their team makeup and their coach and the guy the kind of what we've seen like the last couple of years, like it feels like the Hawks are a playoff team. And I think if things work, that they're a top 3 seed in the East.
So if you had to pick one letdown team, I'm just looking at teams projected to miss the playoffs. Would you think Grizzlies, Suns?
Yeah,
I'm not sure like where.
Grizzlies for sure.
Okay.
John Morant, I don't think is totally healthy yet. I think he misses. He starts the year. Ty Jerome, there, who was awesome with the Cavs in the playoffs last year, is going to be their 6th man. I think he just went down, and it's going to be it's going to be a month for him to come back. I think the easy answer is Lakers, right? They're just because there's so much hype
Sure.
around them every year, but that kind of feels like a cop out. I guess Milwaukee. I don't have any faith in Milwaukee, but again, it doesn't feel like anyone has any faith in Milwaukee, so I don't know how big of a letdown.
Is there any chance there's a midseason Giannis trade if it's bad enough or no?
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
the Bucks don't trade Giannis. They let him go out on how he wants to go out.
Sure. I mean, that's not letting him walk, is it?
I hope
Is he
not.
still under contract?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But I mean, we've been doing this dance every single NBA offseason since the first Trump administration, where Giannis is going to leave Milwaukee. It's been like 8 years that same exact story verbatim has been reported.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, because no one wants him in Milwaukee because no one wants to go to Milwaukee.
Right.
Bucks were in the finals and they're saying Phoenix, Milwaukee is the worst NBA finals of all time.
Yeah.
Just because of the cities.
Yeah, which is I understand it as if a casual is watching, but that was an awesome final. I'm biased because I'm a Bucks fan, but Giannis 50-point game hitting 19 free throws is just incredible.
The cities were fine, by the way, and
Correct.
then there's star power still.
2 very good basketball cities.
Yeah, it's just people don't understand. I don't know. Milwaukee's just Chicago, by the way, so
Correct.
It's not that big of a deal. And then Phoenix, everyone says is one of the greatest cities in the country. So
yeah, it's all right. Phoenix is it's fine.
I've never been. Everyone who's gone there, I've heard that's the worst thing I've ever heard anyone say.
Yeah.
Is you just saying it's fine.
Yeah, I mean it's nice. I'd go again.
Okay. Any other big predictions you want to lay on the line here?
I don't think so. I might let you off here. Computer's sitting at 2% for a while now. I'm wondering when it's gonna die. I have
Okay.
no idea where my charger is. If I had to give out a couple picks, it feels like the obvious ones are Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year. You got to bet some money to win that, but he's gonna win it. Same with Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player of the Year. Same with Victor Wembanyama, leading the NBA in block shots. I think Anthony Edwards gets Clutch Player of the Year because I think they just try to figure out. I don't know how that's voted on, what that even means, but
Is this the first year for that award?
no, Steph Curry and Jalen Brunson, I think, have both won it. So I think
Okay.
it's just they want to give it to a good player, and Anthony Edwards is a good player who's not going to get any other award, so they'll just give him this one.
Sure.
Quinn Snyder is Coach of the Year, and then I don't know. I threw some all NBA teams together. I'm not going to go over them, but if you guys tune in, go check it out. I gave you the all rookie teams and the defensive teams too.
Yeah, flurrysports.org. Luke, like I said, wrote up 6,000 words, bunch of predictions for all of those awards for the all NBA teams, rookie teams, for the game by game standings. He has that. He has everything we talked about in terms of the playoffs. All of his predictions are there, and a few storylines to watch, like the Lakers, like the Hawks, like Cooper Flag. Obviously, will be spotlighted to start the year. So yeah, definitely go check that out. And I imagine there's going to be more NBA stuff on flurrysports.org this year too.
That's a goal of mine. But real quick, Anthony Edwards led the NBA in 3-pointers last year. He's currently plus 415 to lead the NBA in threes this year.
That feels weird. So yeah, definitely go bet that.
Yep.
From everything we know about him too, he's just going to jack up shots this year. Okay. So thank you, Luke, for informing us on the NBA. And we will see you guys next time. And everyone go and try to find an NBA game this week. See if you can find one.
Tell me how you find it.
Yeah, it's a scavenger hunt. Write down your steps so you don't get lost. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace.
Fuck yeah.